again, for a lot of founders, CEOs, they've managed folks, before. They've managed engineers or heads of product or even the go-to-market function, and they know what to expect from direct reports. They know how to manage direct reports. What's best practice for CEOs in terms of what should they expect from a board member? How should they manage a board member? How should they think about getting the most out of each board member? Versus, hey, I'm going to show up and just report something to that person and they're going to opine. What is best practice in managing and leveraging the board by a founder CEO?
Yeah, everyone sort of does it a little bit differently, but the ones that I've seen that, invest the time in sort of cultivating at least some one-on-one relationships that they understand, where the individual's coming from, right? I think it's good for both sides, right? To really have, instead of just getting together each and every quarter, right? I think a lot of CEOs that I've worked with that have done a good job of this, in advance will sort of reach out, proactively, these are the things on my mind that I'd like to, have specifically your input on. Like a lot of us have different skill sets around the table. So having that dialogue, but I think, broadly speaking, one of the things that I think a board member can really do that can contribute is just being a super good listener, right? To being able to understand, what are the needs of the company, what's the area that the board member can be, most constructive and helpful to address, and just asking great questions and trying to get the team to think about what are the the sort of the big rocks, right, if you will, because I think it's easy to get kind of caught up in some of these discussions and some of the details, and trying to make sure that we kind of fly sufficiently high enough, right? Because I think a bad board member can also be one that gets a little too into the weeds and gets into micromanaging the business, which I think obviously management teams don't have an interest in having a board member necessarily doing that. They hire that person, right?